You know those stories that keep you up at night? The ones that make you question everything you thought you knew about family? Well, let me tell you about the Henderson case, one of the most chilling mysteries I've ever encountered. Back in 2003, John Henderson seemed to have it all. A successful career, a beautiful wife, Sarah, and two adorable kids, Emma and Michael, aged 8 and 6. But beneath that picture-perfect facade, something darker was brewing. John had been secretly seeing his coworker, Lauren, for months. Their stolen moments in hotel rooms and late-night business meetings were becoming more frequent, more reckless. Sarah wasn't naive. She'd noticed the late nights, the mysterious phone calls, the way John's shirt sometimes smelled of unfamiliar perfume. But she stayed quiet, trying to keep their family together. That is, until that fateful morning in October. John came home from another business trip to find the house eerily silent. No smell of breakfast cooking, no cartoons blaring from the TV, no children's laughter. The beds were made, but Sarah and the kids were gone. Their clothes were still in the closets, their toys scattered across the floor, as if they'd just vanished into thin air. The police investigation turned up nothing. No credit card traces, no phone records, no witnesses. It was as if Sarah, Emma, and Michael had been erased from existence. John's affair with Lauren came to light during the investigation, casting a shadow of suspicion over him. But there was never enough evidence to prove any wrongdoing. Years passed. John eventually married Lauren, had more children, tried to move on. But the mystery of his missing family haunted him like a ghost he couldn't shake. Then, 20 years later in 2023, something incredible happened. Two young adults walked into a police station in Seattle, Emma and Michael Henderson. They were alive, healthy, but here's the twist. They had no memory of the past 20 years. No recollection of where they'd been, what had happened to them, or most importantly, where their mother was. DNA tests confirmed their identity, but their story only deepened the mystery. They remembered their childhood normally up until that October morning, and then nothing. Just a blank space where 20 years should have been. The shock of discovering their father's new life, their half-siblings, the whole world that had moved on without them, it was almost too much to bear. And Sarah? She remains missing to this day. Some say she orchestrated the whole thing to escape John's betrayal. Others believe something more sinister happened. The children's reappearance only raised more questions than answers. The Henderson case reminds us that sometimes the greatest mysteries aren't in far-off places or ancient histories. They're right here in ordinary homes, behind closed doors, in the spaces between what we think we know about the people we love and who they really are. To this day, no one knows the truth about what happened that October morning. And maybe that's the scariest part of all.